Yeah.
That's right.
Work it out.
That's right.
Work it out.
You know what we're saying, or do you? Okay.
It's fun. It's Bob. It's Lynn. It's fun with Bob and Lynn.
Hey. Let's fade the music.
Ding. Oh, so technical.
Hold on.
Modern
And it's
technology. Modern technology rocks.
live. Ow. Well, you know, when you get to the end.
I just yanked for those of you who can't see at home, just yanked the headphones right out of Bob Doyle's ears.
That is correct. It's a true story. Well, welcome back to Bob and Lynn. I know you've been just chomping at the bit. We've
missing us so.
Cards and letters literally pouring in.
Literally.
And we're sorry.
Yeah.
What can we tell you? It's just every now and then life happens, right?
But just put the past behind you. We're back, okay? We're back.
That's right. Let it go is what we're saying.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
Yes.
So if you let it go, type yes in the chat area.
If it's meant to be, it'll come back to you.
There's no chat.
Something. Okay.
We should have a
Next.
We should have a chat area. Actually, you know what? It would have a chat area if we were live.
Oh. Well, we are live.
Ish.
Nudge. Wink.
Wink. That's
We
right.
are.
This couldn't possibly be a recording.
But actually, if you do put comments, we will respond, so it's just the same thing as if we're live.
Probably. So, several things to talk about today.
Oh,
but we were actually talking about what
yeah.
we were going to talk about, and we hit upon this idea. Do we want to talk about this? Like we're going to sort of promote what we're doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That might be the name of the show.
What's happening?
So, now, of course, this episode of Fun with Bob and Lynn will go down in history, where it's the first time it was ever told about the show that, of course, runs for, God, it's an unimaginable amount of time.
Syndicated across the Appalachians.
Yeah. And,
They don't know what we mean yet. You will soon.
well, it's just like this. Lynn and I are both, iPhone, iPad junkies or whatever, and I download tons of apps, particularly photo apps and music and audio apps, but all sorts of other ones too, games and whatnot. And I make Lynn do it from time to time. But we like to talk about apps, and I like to just share my thoughts on them and all of that. And I thought, well, lots of people like to hear app reviews. So if we did an entirely different show where that's kind of the focus of what the show was, and you would know in advance what apps we were reviewing or talking about, and who knows how we might mix other things in. But talking about doing like what we do with Bob and Lynn, which is just talk about whatever and mix that in though with knowing that you're
everyday life and inspiration.
But knowing that you're going to get the reviews of the apps. And we'll always just tell you about cool ones. That's a given.
Yeah.
And
while having fun while we play with it.
I mean, I think that if we get some really disappointing ones, we just talk about it for a few seconds as hey, you don't go there. But I think it would mostly be talking about cool apps that make, life easy. And like we could talk about Waze.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, we must. But, I will say that if for some reason it just ends up not working out, people are interested, maybe we should start doing reviews about different versions of Happy Birthday.
Okay, so she just keeps throwing out app-ronyms.
Very good.
No, just... So we're talking about what to title it. And we were going to we talked about throwing it out there, discussing it.
That's why I'm just playing with y'all, because we're trying to stick in app.
Like absolutely awesome, or
right.
What's happening was my first one.
Right.
And now people are going, those are brilliant, and then they do their podcast the next day.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't do that to us, would you? That would be.
Yeah. So anyway.
People's lives are at stake here, folks.
And now they've switched away to the next station as we've lost them.
Oh, I suppose you're blaming me.
What apps are we going to talk about today? Waze?
We could start with Waze. That's a good one.
Let's start with Waze and what... I know, and Flock, because they're relevant.
Excellent.
I think we used both in the same day yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Well, we use Waze all the time. So
I'm
also realizing that these are not new apps necessarily.
Right.
It can just be apps that we have used for a long time that we think are cool. And
I never knew about Waze until recently, thanks to you. Or Flock until last night.
So Waze is a navigation program, so using your iPhone as a GPS. But the thing about Waze is that in addition to having, turn-by-turn spoken directions, you are in a community, and Waze gathers data about speeds from other people using the app, and so you get a much more accurate idea of when you're going to be, where you're going to be, because it's taking real-time traffic into consideration and adjusting the time and the directions, if necessary, if it finds a better route.
Oh yeah, I see. Like I always did the Maps app on the phone. That
Yeah,
comes with
you
the
still
iPhone.
do a lot.
Yeah, because I'm used to it. But what's great, it doesn't really tell you accurately about traffic, whereas Waze does. Scary sometimes, right to the minute.
It knows
And-
people report traffic accidents or radars or whatever, and these things show up on your map if they're on your route, and you know, okay, there's a policeman 500 feet ahead,
Yeah.
and you can report things with a push of a button. Respond to other people's reports. It's a whole community based thing, which I don't really use that much of that, but I just use it for GPS. It's just very reliable.
Well,
I've been screwed a couple
I
of
wouldn't
times.
say very reliable.
It's very reliable.
It's reliable for the most part, but sometimes it takes you on a wild goose chase.
It can get wonky.
And that,
I
yeah.
think they all can, though.
So, just being aware. If it's starting to feel like this doesn't seem right, go ahead and look at it overall and then see what they're doing.
One of the
But it really is great because also you can so much more accurately find out when you're going to be arriving at your destination and let folks know ahead.
It's funny though because Lynn will second guess every time. Well, why? No, she's crazy, that kind of stuff. And then we follow it, and then almost invariably she knew this was something.
I call Waze a she.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it depends on the voice that you choose. Then you can change the voices for it. It can be a male or a female, and I think have an accent and all that other stuff.
Can it do this voice? Can it do like
that won't
little-
work without the headsets in.
It's like it'd be great if we did the chipmunk voice. Yeah, but we won't be for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else about Waze? Oh, one of the cool things is that there's a point system. And so when you first start driving around, if you're looking at the map, you'll see little pieces of candy appear in the road. And when you run over them, which was what you'll do because it's on your route to your destination, then you get points. So far, I haven't figured out what's so great about the points, except that you level up as a baby Wazer, and then and then an adult. I'm an adult now, and then you can move on.
It just
up
makes
the chain.
driving in traffic fun. That's all.
Or
It's
something.
to try to distract you.
And on holidays, they were doing snowflakes and all sorts of different things. It's really creative, and it's free, I should say. And I know there are many directional apps out there that $30, $50, $90, or at least used to be. And why would I do that? Waze is awesome.
Awesome.
It does have one of the big downfalls is that you can't get a wide, at least that I know of, and we've played with it in a million different ways.
Oh, you're right.
A wide map of your entire route.
Yeah, but can't get the overview.
Yeah, that seems like an annoying.
That does diminish the value of it quite a bit. I gotta say.
But you can flip back and forth between the
Normal
graphic
maps,
directions and the list, directions, just like in maps. So I mean, you're not losing anything by going. Oh, except for the overview, not being able to see your entire route. And if somebody knows better, please tell me how to do
I know,
it.
please do. I mean, what I do is I end up launching both the normal Maps app
Yeah.
and Waze, and then just returning to the Waps app.
Yeah.
Normal.
Because you're not distracted
Maps
enough when you're
app.
driving with one app. You're going to juggle two of them.
Of course. Yeah, we like to multitask. Yeah, so that's the fun. But you know what? We have to talk about flock. Get the flock out of here.
Right.
I think I said something to that effect when you told me about how it works. Because we should even talk about this party.
Oh, sure.
Very cool party sponsored by Quattro Vodka, or Quattro Volte Vodka. And Dio Cruz, who's a well-known hip-hop, R&B type of singer, is going to be there, and it's a pre-Grammys party, and all these other celebs were
I
invited.
didn't know who he was.
Well, to be honest, I didn't either.
Okay.
But then I went and heard his music, and one of his music videos had already been seen by over 10 million, or something. But he's awesome. And then I recognized the song as I heard him sing it. I just didn't know that was his name. So it was great. We just thought, we're going with Mari Smith, whom we love. He's driving up from San Diego. And we're all excited. And I knew her friend. Bob didn't yet, but I knew it was going to be really fun with all four of us taking pictures, making jokes, being at this party supposedly populated by celebrities. So, take it, Mom.
Well, the only celebrity I saw was Derek from Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, that was fun.
He walked by, and it was like I couldn't associate, and I just kind of nudged Lynn. I said, "We know him, right?" And she's like, without saying, "You idiot," it's Derek from Dancing with the Stars, which I have to admit, since knowing Lynn, she had me watch that program.
He got hooked, like me. Yeah, I watched just about every episode. But the weird thing is, Mari and I both felt like this. Derek's walking. I don't know if you did. Derek's walking by, and I'm looking at. And I swear, it's like as if it's my old friend, and I want to go, "Yo, hey, Derek!" Like we know each other, literally. And I know better, but the feeling, that initial feeling, it felt so real. Was like, you know me, I know you. We're old friends.
Wow.
And Mari had the same experience and almost was like, oh, that's right, you don't know me. We just know you. Oh, it's not because we're old friends. It's because you're Derek that's on television.
That's interesting. I mean, I didn't have that connection, but he did seem really familiar. Like there was all the associations, because I think of Leonardo DiCaprio when I see him.
Yeah.
And so I had the same association. I was like, why? That's the guy, and we know him, right? But yeah, it was from TV. You're right. So there was that feeling that there was a different level of knowing somebody.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's as interesting to you listening at home. But
it is interesting.
It is.
If they're not interested, they're not paying attention.
So Bob said, okay, here's an app that we can use for tonight. It's a special occasion. You know how it is when you're normally at an event and everyone's taking pictures on their phone. First of all, everyone has to have their own phone take the picture, and you got 5 different phones having to take the same picture. Or secondly, one of your friends captures the picture, and you say, "Oh, send it to me," or you capture a picture and someone says, "Oh, send it to me." Mm-hmm. Well, there's an app called Flock. Take it, Bob.
That is free, and everyone can join. Basically, in essence, you join a group. And so all the pictures taken by everybody in that group end up being uploaded into one common folder, so that there's no need to do any of that, exchanging or attaching or any of that stuff. And just at the end of the night, each of you will have a list of the pictures you've taken, and you approve them or not in terms of sharing. And then everybody else basically gets them. And so that goes that way for everybody, and you just share all the pictures. Very cool idea. I was having some goofiness with it last night. Like, I was taking pictures and they didn't seem to be showing up, but then today they were all there. So
maybe they just didn't load up because the signal was kind of hard.
It was kind of wonky there. So I don't know. But in any case, you should have been shared some today, and Mari will have been.
Oh, well, I'll go check it, which will be fun.
So if you're it is. I mean, we run into this all the time. Just Lynn and I emailing pictures back and forth from each other's phone, and just to run Flock and just party of 2 and take pictures all day, and at the end, that's it.
That's way, way cool. You know how they have that whole expression, is there an app for that?
Yes, well, there is an app for that.
Well, I have a question about it. Is there an app for that? How to keep wandering what looks like leftovers from Burning Man. Wandering pseudo-hippie types from crawling up the side of your balcony or patio.
Okay, that's creepy.
And walking
subject.
Along the ledge.
Okay, that's creepy, though.
But
that
is there an app
to
keep that off?
Why would you bring that up?
Because we were going to talk about that happening.
Oh.
There's construction happening there,
We were going to talk about that?
Yeah, we said we could talk about that.
Okay.
A true story of what happened, though. I know this sounds like the weirdest transition known
Hang
to
on
man.
to your hats, folks. Hey, wait, do we have an app that are we going to do at least one more app before this is over? Because I want to be thinking about it while you're
Think about the app that we'll do once I share the story. What app will we review once I share the story?
It should be something that we both know.
Okay. Or I know, or you could do one that you know that I might not, and I'll do one that I know that you might not.
Oh, I guess we should always do that.
Hello.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, we have apps that we both know. And then there's the one you didn't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. But go. You think about what you're going to do while I tell the story here.
Now, of course, I'm going to be looking.
The huge ...
phone.
Everyone's going, well, what are you talking about with this hippie? So they're doing construction on my building, and also where we have the TV studio as part of the whole complex here. They are doing construction on half of the entire complex, including right in front of my balcony patio. I have a 400 square foot balcony and patio. And I say balcony because even though it's the first floor, the garage is underneath it, so you're a story above the ground. Overlooking the water and the boats, although right now overlooking construction. And I guess, I mean, who knows? There's just been a lot shifting and changing here. But imagine I'm just sitting here, it's the middle of the day, and I'm working on my computer, sitting on my couch, and all of a sudden I look up, and there is, the best thing I can describe, looks like we can imagine a modern day hippie, you know, with long hair and the big knitted yarn, oversized cap. I mean, I don't know what you call it. the way he was dressed.
There must be some hip name for that.
Hip name for a hippie. But all of a sudden I look out, and there he just climbed up the side of the edge or ledge, and then was walking along the ledge right in front. I'm like, what? There's this man on my balcony. And then I just was so busy and was doing things, I figured, okay, maybe he got locked out, and that's how he chose to try to get back in the building. Like, but that's just a once in a lifetime thing or something, right? So the next day, the phone rings. It's my neighbor, and she's wigging out, freaking out because she just saw hippie dude walking by.
Wow.
And so it turns out it was the neighbors next to her, and that guy just came back in, and that's the way the people who live there were letting him in. You know, I guess he likes to take a walk on the wild side. So I called Aaron wanted me to call for us and represent, which I did. Called, let's say front desk, called management and told them what was going on, and they were like appalled. And they said I wasn't the only one who had called and complained because, you know, it's a little disturbing.
Yeah.
In your private zone, and you have someone walking across it. So, anyway, that the people were told next door, and we'll see what happens. I haven't seen hippie since, but doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Wow.
All right, so you thought of your app?
Yes, and I also feel like we can't waste this show. This has to be the first episode of the new show. We have to transport it over because these are good apps that we're sharing. And
Well, yeah.
they need to be
I thought we are.
Okay. The
We are
app that I
showing, right?
am going to share with you is actually a video app, but it has such a strong audio element, and it's so cool that I'm going to share it with you. And Lynn has seen one product of it and said it was weird. But the app is called Strum from Shmuel, who brought us T-Pain and all, you know, lots of other audio effect type of things. And what this allows you to do is to record a short, like 15-second piece of video, and then the software does a mix of it in various styles. Puts it's video and audio mix, so you get all sorts of effects video-wise, but it also will go in there and auto-tune your speaking into a tune, for example. Not always, but sometimes it will. It divides things up into your speech patterns up into rhythms and all of this. So what you get is a really hip-hoppy looking, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is we'll do one real quick. Actually, right now, let me just play one for you that I've already done, and then we can do one.
It's going to do one. I see a picture of you.
All right, let's see. I'm not sure, but if it's in
I
here.
thought that was a girl.
I'm telling you, it does not have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't. It does not have to be this way. I'm telling you, it does not have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
And what happens is you have all these different styles to choose from after you record it, and you can audition each one and see which one does the best effect with what you did. You never really know what you're going to get, so it's always a surprise and very fun to go through each of the little mix-ups it does. Some beats it into the rhythm, some just does the auto-tune and all of that. So let's just do one, okay? It only takes a second.
Okay.
Let's just do one. And then, again, you won't be able to see the benefits of the video piece. That will be for us to enjoy.
Unless, until such time as we find a way to
Now
post
this is going to
it.
be bright for a second. Okay.
But what are we doing?
Just start saying anything.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? 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 That.
All right. Let me just do it again because
Why?
because there was too much. Oh shit! Too much of me at the beginning. So let's do that. Do the same thing again, but I'm just going to point to you and you start. Okay.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? 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 What?
Okay. That should be interesting. So
Yeah.
now
And
we
you're
move on.
listening, going, "What are you doing?"
So
What are we doing?
so they
What are
play
we
back
doing?
at the normal
What are
one.
we doing?
This is unplugged.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
They started doing some auto tune on what she said.
Shush.
All right, but they didn't do any
Wow.
video editing. Now, this is a pretty move. It has a lot of movement in it.
Okay, I think they get the idea.
Yes, yeah. I don't know how to.
But keep it and get the first one you played was
Okay,
very cool.
we'll come back to this later,
We
Lynn,
have
and we'll
to.
listen to how they turned out. But it's just a really fun, easy to use, and it creates some really cool stuff. And then, of course, you can share it to Facebook and all that other stuff. What you can't do, though, is output a video directly from it. So what I do is I go when you publish it, it goes to to the site. You know, it's kind of like a community where the community uploads go, and then you can use whatever, if you have one, a browser plugin that allows you to download streaming video. That's what I do.
Oh, you renegade.
Yeah.
All right. Well, interesting choice of app, because I had an app to feature
Yes.
that has a similar type of thing, but similar but different.
All right.
So it's called La Di Da. Do you know La Di Da?
You know, I remember it. I think I might have downloaded it, and I can't remember anything about it now. But
So you can just sing something, sing anything.
okay.
All right. Even if you were speaking it, you could also just speak it. So speak it or sing it,
Okay.
and then we will put it to a certain type of style or song.
Is this the one that costs 99 cents for every song?
No.
All right.
So you're just going to sing something or speak something or both or whatever, okay?
All right.
And go. Wait. Here we go. 2.
Am I supposed to do it in the time with the music? No, it doesn't matter. But if I do, would something else come through?
Oh,
Dogs and puppies, lots and puppies, dogs and puppies, dogs.
and dogs and puppies, dogs and puppies.
Okay, can I hear the end of this?
All right. Now let's just play
All
it
right.
back. Play it
Hold
back
on.
first.
Yeah, but you got to do it up here.
Oh,
so
I gotta play it
the
back
folks at home
first?
can hear.
Am I supposed to do it in the time with the music? No, it doesn't matter. But if I do, would something maybe else come through? Dogs and puppies, lots of puppies, dogs and puppies, dogs. And dogs and puppies, dogs and puppies. Okay, can I hear the end of this?
Did it just happen in there?
What? It just
Or
happened in there.
It happened in there, or it does that automatically? when you
Look, so
stop?
that was E piano pop.
All right.
We know rhythm synth pop. You want that?
Sure, let's
Or
listen.
acapella or dub tone or underground
Well, let's
rap.
Try acapella then.
Acapella. All right. Well, that'll be interesting. If it doesn't anything.
If it sucks, we'll stop.
Here, play now. Am I supposed to do it in
That's
the
awesome.
time with the music? No, it doesn't matter. But if I do, would something else, maybe else come through?
I'm kidding. Wow.
All right. So definitely, clearly, not acapella.
Let's try that one.
Dub tone,
Well, okay, but
and then we'll go to underground rap.
all right.
Or tasty breaks. Or... There you go.
Am I supposed to do it in the time with the music? No, it doesn't matter. If I do, would something else, maybe else come through? Dogs and puppies, lots of puppies, dogs and puppies, dogs. And dogs and puppies, dogs and puppies.
Okay.
All right, you
All
guys
right,
are
we're down to 3 minutes and a
seriously
half
going,
of the show.
what the heck
But
gone happened to
I think
them
it
now?
illustrates the potential.
Here, I'll give you
coolness.
background music. Here we go. Let me
Well-
give you some background music. Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, well, what am I talking about?
I don't know. Hey, you know,
Well, that just loop.
I was seeing this hippie walk by my balcony,
Yeah.
and it made me think. Maybe we need to.
It'd be
maybe
cool if that
we.
did loop.
Maybe we need to get some cool grooves that we play to and see how they come about via an app. And if we get lost, maybe we need to tell that hippie to find his ways and ways.
Okay,
And
thank you,
share
Miss
the
Rose.
pictures he takes
We'll let you know.
along the way
It's great.
on Fluff.
And scene.
All right.
All right. Well, 2.5 minutes left of this particular. All right. I'm growing weary of the background music now. But we are getting close to where
Yes.
we need to plug in the headphones again because we're going to have to do
Oh,
our
okay,
outro
okay.
again.
I'll do it, but not yet. We ain't there yet.
I know, but I just want to get ready.
Well, okay, but let's keep,
I'm scared of not being
Don't
ready.
leave us yet, y'all. We aren't done with
Oh, no, we've got this amazing thing we're going to do in 1 minute.
Okay? Which, the amazing thing is talk
Are you going to
about...
plug that in or
But,
what?
but then...
Just plug it in. Oh, I see, because the microphone. takes
Okay,
over.
then I'm going to plug it in, because you said plug it in.
All right.
And I'm going to give you a chipmunk voice. Ha ha. You sound like a chipmunk.
No, I
I
didn't.
just... Chipmunk voice.
No, it's
There you go.
no. It
Chipmunk,
just no. A little
chipmunk.
thing just goes. Ah.
Oh,
It's
I
not-
see.
It doesn't do anything to my voice. Although that would be cool.
Bummer, bummer, bummer.
All right.
So, next show, we're going to talk about apps. We're going to talk about the happenings. We're going to talk about the appenings.
Yes.
Happening around you.
So we will continue
But we wanted to name this show, and we want you guys to help us.
Yeah, come on, be a sport, man. It's just take with you people, and there's never any giving. Come on.
Absolutely fab.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. Apptacular.
Something. Yes. Yep.
App.
App.
I like
App fab.
apps.
Appsy. Happy days.
Apps-a-Rama.
Oh, happy days.
Apps-a-Rama.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh.
Apps-a-Rama. I do like Apps-a-Rama. So help us think of a name. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be so much
it'd be so
fun.
gosh darn
So you're
fun.
sitting around on a Saturday
We're
night
going
with
to be more
nothing to do.
entertaining, I promise, when we review and bring to life
How
some
can
of these
you?
other apps.
How can you say something like that?
I think we were sounding like rah, rah, rah,
How could
rah,
we
rah,
be?
rah.
No, you always say that. You say that every time. You're
Well.
you judge. Oh, you judge.
Oh, how I judge us.
You do.
I judge
All
us.
right, ladies,
I
gentlemen,
love us.
and all in between.
We love you.
Thank you for being here.
I love you.
You know what we mean.
Yeah.
Fun with Bob and Lynn has been brought to you by Pop Darts.